Sorry, I don't even think we were live.
I just want to eat my Pringles.
Let's see. I don't think were we live?
Oh,
We might have been. No, we're still hosting.
No.
Now we're live.
Oh, yay.
Ha! Well, we already introduced ourselves. Sorry
so
you missed it.
You don't need to hear it, right?
Hi, I'm Heidi, and this is...
Oh, motherfucker.
And we are Girls Gang 2! Woohoo! We jumped up twice, so figure out on your own who the hell we are, alright? Today, we are going to play...
Warning!
Stuffed Fables. I'm going to do our little stuffy here. Oh, no! Hi!
And, okay.
There's a reason why Miss Sadie has a tiara on.
Because I'm a princess, a queen.
Exactly. And if you think it's another reason, comment and let us know, and we'll tell you if you're right. So, there's a little bit of story time with Stuffed Fables. We play stuffies, protecting our child from the monsters that creep underneath the bed. Just to give you kind of a synopsis there. So, each story has some readings that go along with it, and the bookkeeper for each section does the reading. So I have chosen Miss Sadie to be our bookkeeper for this section, and she's gonna start reading from the top there.
From the top.
And it kind of goes with this here.
Okay, I got this. Okay. Mommy and Daddy exchanged nervous glances as they watched the little girl climb into her new big girl bed. It was a beautiful bed of purple and blue with a fancy headboard, and the little girl had fallen in love with it the moment she first saw it. They had brought it home in a big box, and Daddy spent the afternoon in the garage assembling it.
Sound check.
She had napped in it a couple times already, but this was the first night it would replace her crib. Mommy cried a little that day when Daddy took the crib apart. The little girl felt strangely sad too when she watched Daddy pack the crib away in the attic. But she was a big girl now, and this was a big girl's bed. Her parents tucked her in, and Daddy stroked her hair while Mommy, with a lump in her throat, sang a sweet bedtime song. When they tiptoed away, they left the bedroom door cracked open, and inside the room everything grew still. The little girl's breathing slowed, the kitty clock on the wall tick-tocked, tick-tock. One by one, all of the lights in the house went out, and soon Mommy and Daddy were in bed. Tick-tock. Theodora Steffens sat up in the new big girl bed, and giving a stretch, marveled at her surroundings. What had happened to the crib? She rubbed her glass eyes and leaned over to make sure the little girl slept soundly. There's voices.
Where are we, Thea?
Asked a droopy voice.
Where did all the bars go?
Lumpy the stuffed elephant looked around with anxious concern. I don't know, Lump, said Theodora. It was like this when I woke up.
I'm scared,
whispered Lumpy.
Aww.
Flops landed between the two of them with a giggle, her long ears flying all around. I like it, Flops declared. It's nice and bouncy. Flops, hissed Theodora. Knock off all the jumping. You know better. So it has happened at last, said Stitch. They turned to see the frayed old-timer hobble towards them. Stitch had already served under the girl's mother during her growing years. He had a limp and mismatched button eyes, but the others dearly loved the wise old doll. What has happened, Mr. Stitch? Asked Theodora. This is it, said Stitch. This is what we signed up for. Before now we were merely companions, our young charge protected by the magic of her crib. But tonight she sleeps in a big girl bed, and so at last our service begins in true. He will come for her, and we will protect her. Who will come, Mr. Stitch? Crepitus, the Nightmare King. He will send his minions for this sweet child, and only we will be able to protect her. The very thought of it made the old doll puff up his chest in pride. Crepitus, wondered Theodora. I didn't think he was real.
Could we pay someone else to do it?
Whispered Lumpy.
Much safer that way.
I think it might be wise, Stitch suggested, to split up and search the house for provisions. Thea? I trust your advice on this, Mr. Stitch, said Theodora. Let's do it. Oh, and I'm continuing reading. Okay. One by one, the stuffies slid off the bed and tiptoed out of the room, being careful not to make a sound. But as they moved through the dark house, an ominous purple glow began to form underneath the big girl bed. And from out of that glow came long, spidery legs.
Oh no!
Crawlies. Do you need the cards too?
Just these dudes right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Freshly provisioned, the Stuffies returned to their girl's bedroom, but as they pushed the door open, a frightening scene was revealed to them. Scuttling around the room were minions with a multitude of spidery legs. And yet these were no spiders. Their bodies were as large as house cats, and they made their home in the heads of old baby dolls. The Crawlies have come early, gasped Stitch. Look at that light, exclaimed Theodora, pointing at the eerie purple glow. They're coming from under the bed.
I pointed towards the eerie glow.
Where's the eerie glow?
And here, coming from under the bed.
Oh. I didn't realize they weren't already facing. All right, what are we doing now?
Okay.
You read the rules.
So I did. So now we're going to gear up, and if you look underneath your card, I've already done this for us.
Okay.
So that we are prepared.
All right. A letter opener.
So what the gear up was is we were supposed to go through the item menu or the item cards and pick an item that was either study or kitchen. So Theodora, which is who Sadie is playing,
I got the letter opener.
you got the letter opener. So what does the letter opener do for you?
When performing a melee attack, add 1 red die to the results.
Nice. All right, and then I grabbed the kitchen knife. While
Of course
we were out
you did.
there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so when performing a melee attack, I get to add 1 to a red die results. And once per page, this is a page, okay, this weapon can be used as a ranged weapon with a range of 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not bad, which means I'm throwing it.
No one is surprised.
Right? Okay. So, now, you're going to draw. You're going to go first because you're the keeper. And I don't think... Go to section 5-2.
I just read that.
Oh, you already read it?
Yes, because you told me to keep reading.
Oh, thank you. All right, so we got our figures,
So
we got our bookkeeper, so now we can start. So our objective is to kill the crawlies.
Wow. Okay.
Right? All right, so you're going to draw 5 dice.
Okay.
You don't want black.
I got them.
Yes, all right. So she didn't get any black. If she had gotten...
The bag is shedding on the dice.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. If you had gotten black, then that would have gone over there on our little threat thing, but
But I
you
didn't.
didn't. So yay!
No,
All right.
I do.
So now you're going to choose, and since it's a co-op game, we can do it together,
Okay.
how you're going to use the dice. So the first thing you do actually is you go and you do your white dice.
I do my white dice.
Okay, and there's little reference cards here that kind of tell you player turn and what the different
Okay.
dice do.
What do I do with my white dice?
So your white dice, you roll your white dice to find stuffing.
2.
Each die may be rolled separately or multiple may be rolled together as one roll.
Okay.
And after each roll, the roll result was equal to or higher than your stuffy's remaining number of stuffing, which you have 5 stuffing,
Right.
so it's lower.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if it had been equal to or higher, then you gain a stuffing, and then you discard that die. So, by moving it to a discard pile, which we need to make. So let's make a discard pile over here. Okay. So, there's no limit to the number of stuffings you can have, by the way. That's kind of like, if you lose your stuffing, you kind of collapse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to always get extra. And I forgot for us to introduce our guys. So, you want to say who you are and what your thingy is?
Who I am and what my thingy is.
Yeah, your little power.
I'm Theodora.
Ooh, okay.
And once per turn, when taking a turn with Theodora, you may swap one of your attribute dice for an attribute die in the discard pool.
Ooh, see, that's a good thing to have a discard pool now. So, I am Flops. I should have had pigtails to play Flops. And Flops is the bunny.
And once per turn, when taking a
And I am Agile. So I can use this ability after rolling dice for flops, and you may re-roll one or more green dice, and you must keep your second roll result. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so what did you have left on your dice? What colors? Like, lay them out. That's the best thing to do,
Okay.
so we know what you got.
I have 2 yellows, a blue, and a green.
Okay, so the yellows, so you can use any color for movement, which I suggest we move at this point.
Right, because I have a melee weapon, so I want to be close to them.
Okay, fantastic. So the only dice you can use for a melee attack are red or purple. Purple is wild. All right. So since you don't have any red, you just probably want to get over there. So you can roll, because we're in the movement, right? We found stuffing.
Okay.
Oh, place threat. There were no blacks.
Okay.
So if we had blacks, we'd place them up there.
Cool.
Okay. Now, you can perform any of these actions. You can move, reserve, so you can take a dice and reserve it here.
Okay.
For, like, defending, if you want.
So the blue, it says blue resistance. Is that our defense dice then?
I believe so. Let me double check. I know, I read them. I think we can. Defending.
Can defend against this damage in the same way as defending against a minion attack.
There are multiples.
Rules check.
Rules check, and I read it too. Damn it. Okay, if the target stuffy defended, that's the stuffy. Oh, that's us. Okay, with a die and blocked all the damage, then that die is returned to the stuffy's card. Otherwise, the die is discarded. Okay, so any color attribute dice can move across dotted lines or move across solid lines matching the color of the die being rolled. So, like, and this
so green would be
is a green line.
The target.
rug.
The rug is a green line.
Yes, we didn't know that when we played last time. So you have to use a green dice to pass that.
That's no.
Yeah, that's what Rod said.
Rod's wrong. Because these are obviously green lines,
right?
No.
That's what I said.
This is not. That's what
I said.
We're house ruling this shit.
We're house rule that shit.
Look.
I watched it play because when we played it the first time, we really
it's very obviously green, right? This is sure it's green, but it's also purple and it's a rug, and it's not like bright green, like this green. Like, no, you're wrong.
All right, so next all the remaining colored dice in front of you may be utilized to perform actions. To perform action, you must spend a die of the appropriate color. Then, to spend a die, you roll that die, resolve its effect, and then discard it. Just as with white stuffing dice, each die may be rolled separately or together as one roll. On your turn, you may perform as many actions as you like, as many times as you like, so long as you still have the appropriate dice available to spend. So the actions that can be performed with each die type are as follows. So blue has no unique action.
So what the fuck is blue used? Just movement?
Movement, yes. Purple is wild.
So we can
Yellow is our searchers, and green's range attack, and yellow ought to get you across any yellow lines if you got any. And the red is a melee. You can reserve any die. You can encourage a stuffy with a die, which is basically giving your die to your other dude, like me. So I'm encouraging me. And
Do we have to be on the same space?
I don't think so. To encourage a stuffy, you choose another player's stuffy and do one of the following. You store one of your dice on that stuffy's card, just as you would with your own stuffy when reserving a dice. If that stuffy already has a die store, then you have to discard the old one.
Do I use all of these to move? Can I use all of these?
Yes. Yes, you can. Because you can use any color to move.
So I got 7 yellow and 5 green.
All right, so stuffies can be moved diagonally or orthogonally. That was a drink word. It can be moved through a space containing another stuffy, but cannot end its movement on that space. It cannot be moved through a space containing a minion. And a stuffy can only be moved across a solid color line if you use that color of die and or purple dice to move.
Nailed it.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So now you're right there, but you don't have any dice to do any attacks.
No, I do not.
So
But I'm feeling good about being right up in their face.
you like it? You're feeling good about that?
Yep.
All right. So then you discard the dice you used into the discard pile, and I grabbed 5 dice.
Excellent.
Yes.
Nailed it.
So I think that's the other reason why the other one was so long. What do you think about this
That's the
one?
fucking rules.
Shit.
Try it out.
Alright, I got a black one. So that goes onto the threat. And I don't think I have to roll it or anything. You place all your black dice on the threat track starting at the top. Over there where that one is. Yes.
This one, the smaller gray one.
Is there a smaller gray one?
Yeah, there's 10 small gray ones. And then
That's probably right.
5 big black ones.
One is... Seriously? Group task track. 2 is the threat track. The big ones are these are the threat.
Okay.
The other one is group task. Okay. I don't know if they go there yet.
But they're on the board.
I know they are.
Each player looks through. Okay, great. Grab a set of crawly figures and place their cards equal to the number of stuffies in play. Place any one crawly on the space of the bed.
I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be red. The orange.
Yes. And then there's like a pinkish one that's purple.
All right. So I'm going to use my 3 blue to move. Maybe I should. How many spaces is it? It's... Oh, I can't get onto the bed.
Because you don't have green.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I can get to him.
Excellent.
All right, so maybe, I bet you I can get to him with 2. You can roll these individually. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to. Because I might not need them all. All right, I got a 6. She's going to tell you I got a 6. Then I'm not
She
cheating.
got a 6.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have to stop because I'm out of minion. So now I'm going to do a melee attack. I think I can do that next because that's one of the actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know the first time I was going to be like, oh, we're going through it again. Because it's been over 5 months since we played it.
Oh my gosh, has it really?
Yeah. When
We
I
just-
looked it up, I'm like, why can't I remember playing
It's
this?
because we played,
And you-
Arabian Nights.
And you played a lot of it by yourself.
Mice and Mystics. I played a lot of this by myself.
Yes. I can't leave in the room. I think I was getting frustrated when that's why I read the rules. And I'm like, I remember these were not going to be constantly rules checking.
And here
We
we
are
are.
rules checking. That's right. All right. So I can perform any of these, and that does include attack. So I'm going to attack with my red die.
What do you have to get to hit him?
So he's the circle one.
The circle one.
Is that the leader?
Mm-hmm.
He's a 6, isn't he?
Yes, that's what it says in his circle.
So I think had to have a 6. In order to perform stuff, he must be equipped with the melee weapon, which I am. And the target must be in the space adjacent, which I am. Roll any number of red dice. If the roll result meets or exceeds the target minion's defense value, that minion is defeated.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Hey, hey! And it doesn't, even though, wait,
You only have 4.
dang. Right? Now, then I can only reroll green dice. So that attack was just useless. Alright, so then I'm going to reserve a die. And debating on whether I should... I don't think I need to move anymore. Unless I go to the other side of the bed just to avoid them. So, I'm just gonna, I think I discarded it if I can't use it. I don't remember having this. Discard all your remaining dice. Boom, there it is. Now we check threat. If there are minions in play, and the number of dice on the threat track equals or exceeds the number of minions in play, which it does not, then the minions take a turn.
But they don't get to.
So if there are no minions in play, which that doesn't matter because we have them. So they don't get to take a turn. So now it's your turn.
Give me that bag, please.
I don't know if we played that right either.
I don't know.
The
I
first
think
time.
we did. I thought we did. I remember
But-
that rule.
It seems like it took a lot longer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice.
Ooh, nice. Hey, you got stuffing. So that's the first. You always do white dice first.
3.
3. I don't think that gets you any
And
stuffing.
you have to meet or exceed.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to change this green one for this red one using Theodora's special ability.
Nice. That was a good point. Is the pink the purple?
Yes.
Okay. God,
Yes, the orange is the red and the pink is the
they
purple.
really needed to. They really needed to do something with this. It's like, dear God, and you're colorblind. It doesn't matter because they already fucked up the colors.
And now we're going to move this blue out of its special place and use this pink here. I'm not moving, I'm attacking.
Okay.
And I'm attacking the square one, so I just have to get a 5.
Yeah, you can roll them together or individually. Ha! Nice. So you got a 6. So I believe that just takes him out completely. When a minion's defeated, remove it from play by removing its figure from the map and discarding its card.
Does that mean that if we don't defeat this next one, it'll
Oh,
get
and
a
that
turn?
comes off.
The die?
Yeah, that's the other thing that I think we did wrong. Because that was the thing I was like, what?
That seems incorrect.
After the check, threat, step, and a possible minion turn. Oh, maybe it doesn't come off.
I can't shoot. I can't
Okay,
attack
maybe it
downward,
doesn't.
can I?
You can't No, you had to be on the same level.
So I can't get
I
down
do
there.
believe.
I mean, I
Unless you
could.
ranged attack.
I could use my pink die as a green die and get down there.
But you had to be next to it. And so if you're, it has this little thing with the bed. Crawley.
Lumpy cannot attack A.
Across a colored line. You can't attack across a colored line.
So what I'm thinking is I use my little wild die here
Yeah.
to get down there next to that person. That dude.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I have to get a 6, which isn't likely
Why do you have to get a 6?
because that's a 6. That Crowley is a 6.
Oh, you mean to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you can still get down to him.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to roll both of these.
Okay.
So I for sure get over there.
Yeah.
Behind them.
Yes. Ooh, you're going to flank him. All right, so now...
Means nothing. This isn't D&D.
Now you're going to attack, right?
Right.
Okay.
And so I just have a +1. I got a 5, so it doesn't hit.
And is he a 6?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
All right, so
Okay.
that's my turn. And I do believe you get a turn and then he gets a turn unless you kill him.
So actually, I think we check threat every time. And
It
there
does
was
say
no
6, check threat.
there was no threat on your very first turn, so that's why I skipped it.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
now our threat is equal.
So it gets to do things.
Yes. So
It needs to roll
now
its threat die.
it takes a turn.
So we roll its threat die. In 1 through 5, it rushes. 6, it cries for help. So it's a 3.
It's gonna rush. All right. Now it doesn't have to move because it's right in front of a stuffy.
Mm-hmm.
So if there are multiple stuffies within the minion's range, it will target the closest. If they're equally close, the current bookkeeper decides which of those stuffies the minion will target.
Sorry, but it's gonna be you. You're in front of it.
Okay. All right. So the attacking minion deals damage equal to the minion's strength. So if the target stuffy has a die stored on its card, the stuffy may choose to defend against the attack by rolling the stored die and blocking damage up to the roll result.
So is its strength this little floaty boy?
We have a card thing. This is why we need better reference.
It can target one person. You can tell that. But then is its strength the little floaties?
So defense is number 4. The 5 or the 6, it's a defense. So it's, this is how much it can move in a rush.
Right, and then the number of targets it can hit.
Yeah, I'd say the splody guy.
Okay, so it hits
I mean,
for-
they don't say here. Isn't that
I'm
weird?
sure that's it. So
Oh.
it can hit for.
Yeah, well, that's the attack. So,
So yeah.
That's
Okay,
funny.
so it can hit for 4. So you're just defending against 4.
Okay, here we go. And I got a 1.
So you only take 3.
So I only take 3. So I lose 3 stuffing.
Boo.
Yeah, exploding guy. Exactly. All right, that's all right.
Twitch said 6.
That's okay. It says 6?
Surprise!
It's a surprise stream.
Normally we stream tomorrow, so it's even more of a surprise.
Yeah, because we normally don't even stream on Wednesdays.
So does the Crawly keep this die, or does it go into the discard?
Discard the black threat die used to determine its action.
There it be.
Activate the next minion in the minion column if
Which
we had
there is
more.
not.
Yay! So now it's my turn.
Yes.
So now I'm going to pick 5 die. Yeah, it
from
gets
defending.
discarded. As soon as I find the bag, I'm going to pick 5 die.
Dang it. We have this fancy level up system,
I
and
know.
there still doesn't seem to be enough room on this table.
There's places. I'm going to run at it.
More hiding spots.
There's a lot of hiding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay! Uh-oh.
See, an awful
I
lot
drop?
of yellow there.
Right?
Oh man, you needed some white.
Well, I got some purple. I use purple for attack.
You can, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, white would have been nice. Exactly. But I'm going to attack.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
Whacking you.
Alright, so I'm attacking this minion that's right the frick in front of me, and I'm losing my dice.
Get it, Salty.
Salty, no, don't get it.
What, you don't think that would be just like
It-
a win?
Only if we have purple die. Alright. And I got 7. I decided I needed to use them both, just in case. So I killed him.
He's hard to hit.
He is, because he's the leader, right?
Mhm.
So 6 to kill. So now he gets taken off
Why are you handing him to me?
to put with the card, and then we'll put it over here. Okay, so now
What? Oh, you scared me, Salty?
we killed him. So if at, and there's nothing on the
When
threat
all the
track.
minions have been defeated, each Stuffy gains one
One heart. Oh, we were supposed to each get a heart when we did that. The stuffies.
Oh,
Individually.
oh,
Did you killed one, right?
yes.
So we'd each have 2 hearts.
Yay!
Yay! So you use the hearts to do these abilities.
Oh.
Yeah. So
So
that
do you just keep like a little stash of hearts?
yes, keep your stash of hearts. Exactly. All right. So then we're gonna go to section 5.3,
Which is right there.
and you're gonna read that. Which is where we ended last time, not realizing the game was still going on.
We do what we want.
That's why I
We
did
were,
this part really quickly.
but
in
like
the
she
front.
said, I ended up playing a lot of that alone because she was frustrated and kept leaving.
Right. And I didn't understand. Now
So-
I kind of got it.
All right.
So hopefully.
The Crawleys fought back, but only half-heartedly, appearing to be more interested in stealing random items throughout the bedroom. Don't let them take a single thing, declared Theodora, but 2 Crawleys slipped back under the bed, carrying a comb and a single sock. The
Oh,
Stuffies
no.
fought bravely, but they could not keep odds and ends from being smuggled into the purple glow. Flops saw a Crawley dragging away the little girl's beloved baby blanket. It was too much to bear. Oh, no, you don't, she cried and dove forward, grabbing a corner of the blanket. But the Crawley vanished under the bed, and suddenly Flops found herself sliding across the floor at a dangerous pace. Stitch grabbed hold of Flops's legs, and Thea and Lumpy threw themselves on top of the bunny. Together, all 4 were able to hold on to the blanket, each other, and one of the big girl bed's feet. Looking good there, Heidi.
Thanks.
Well done, Stuffies, called Stitch. Now pull it back. They slowly began to reel the blanket back out of the glow. It's working, Theodora exclaimed. We're doing it. But then there was a great tug, as if some unseen force from within the glow was working against them, and just like that, Lumpy lost his grip on the bed. He only had time to whisper, "Oh no," before all four of them were yanked into the purple unknown below the bed, and with that, the light vanished. The bedroom was dark and silent once again, and up on the big girl bed, the sweet little girl held herself and shivered as she slept.
Okay, so there's a little bit of setup, which I will do while you read, even though I'm supposed to be the bookkeeper now. Because you're supposed to pass the bookmark.
Oh, okay, but you want me to read it anyway?
Well, unless you want to do all that, and I'll read.
Well, I'm not setting shit up.
That's what I figured. Go ahead.
They plummeted through dirty, hazy air, screaming as the ground rushed up to meet them. Theodora hit first, quickly followed by Flops and Stitch. "My poor head," moaned Flops, seconds before Lumpy landed right on top of her, the squeaker in his legs giving out a shrill toot. "Get off!" she called from underneath him.
So sorry,
Lumpy said, and he rolled away.
where are we?
He asked in terror. The Stuffies all looked around at the strange landscape. They appeared to have landed on a giant mound of toys that stretched up into the sky. Past the mound was barren land covered with countless more heaps of toys that reached for the dirty brown sky above.
Yeah, take a second there, right?
Well, I got a little lost.
Oh, no. Nope, not that.
Here and there, Crawley scuttled through the waste, picking at choice parts. Farther in the distance, the Stuffies could see a huge factory belching oily smoke into the sky, and large machines on spiked treads that rumbled over the landscape, probing with their cruel pincher arms. "It's terrible," whispered Flops. "I've heard of this place before," said Stitch sadly. "It is called the Fall, a world between worlds filled with toys that are now lost."
But who would lose their toys?
asked Lumpy, and tears began to form in his eyes. "We have to figure out a way to get home to our little girl," said Theodora. "Wait! I hear something!" hissed Flops, her long ears pricked up in alert. "Behind us!" The Stuffies turned around, and sure enough, they could make out a train not too far away on the ground below. Battered stuffed animals and dolls toiled by the train. Their backs were bent by large sacks. They shuffled up to the train one by one, and a large mechanical arm would reach down and lift the bags off their backs and toss them onto a train car. The train gave a great belch of black smoke and slowly began to grind forward. Several Crawleys ran up to the train with some last-minute additions, and Theodora, with her sharp eyes, recognized an object carried by a Crawley. "The blanket!" she cried. They're putting our girl's blanket on that train." "There's no time to lose," barked Stitch. "We'd better hoof it down this pile if we're going to catch that train."
Okay.
See, you've never played a game that had narration before, CJ? We play them all the time.
Yeah, we do.
I don't think we've played a
All right.
game with, like, well, I mean, Mice and Mystics kind of has something like this.
It does,
Not
but
as
Arabian
much.
Nights has more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is very much a storybook game. And yeah, this is probably more of a storybook game than we've pretty much played. Yeah. So first we're going to reveal a sleep card, which are these.
Ooh.
Yes. She is restless.
Oh.
Aw, poor thing. So I do believe on the sleep cards, is it going to tell me to go to page something?
Page 13.
Yeah. We spent a lot of time on page 13, I think. They don't really matter unless she wakes up. Sleep cards. Each time a stuffy collapses or the storybook directs you to, you must reveal a card from the sleep deck. Asleep cards have no effect. Restless cards may have an effect if one is described in the sidebar of the current storybook page. If the waking cards revealed, players no longer reveal sleep cards when directed to, and the waking ending will trigger instead.
Is
there
one
anything
for
on Restless?
Back
Okay.
in her bedroom, the tiny child shivered and curled up for warmth. Back at the heaps, the ground lurches, setting off an avalanche of toys. All Stuffies not on train track spaces lose one stuffing.
Oh
So
no!
does that mean we start out like that?
Yes! So I'm getting desperately low on stuffing. You lose a stuffing too.
Okay.
Because we're not on the train tracks. All right, so we have difficult terrain here, which means when we're moving on the heap of toys, a stuffy loses 1 stuffy for each non-green die used to move. Yeah, this one's a little harder. All right, stuffies on the train tracks and minions are unaffected by this rule. All right, so then it didn't tell me what minions to put out, but I think there's still crawlies down here, aren't there? Where are the minions? Do you see where it says? It says to shuffle a minion deck, but it doesn't say to put any out that I see. All right, and all aboard. It requires using a red die to move onto the train. If at any time all stuffies are on the train token, turn to page 11. All right, so you're gonna try to pull the wed wagon, the wed wagon free. It's in here.
Right there.
Okay, and so that's something we want to do as a skill test. You try to pull. So if you get there, that's something you can do. Oh, here we go. That's the part I didn't see. Must be placed on the track. In any of the... There's no stuffies on the train. Generate a random encounter. Damn it. Not a random encounter. That means I do have to put all the cards together.
Anyway, I don't think I've played any of those games. People want me to play Munchkin, but I haven't yet.
And I got rid of our copy.
But we have access to copies.
We do.
It's just a matter of other people being like, let's play this game, because I have played Munchkin once before, and it was with people that had no idea what they were doing, and they were total dickwads, and it was not my favorite, and so now I just like have this bad taste in my mouth when it comes to Munchkin. So someone else will have to be like, let's play Munchkin and make it happen in order for it to happen. I want this one and not that middle one.
Okay. Put them up there and then
Oh
one
no, I
and
don't
slots.
want either of these.
Oh no! Where's your cat?
I got a mongrel.
Oh, mongrel.
But
Which
this is a
mongrel?
mongrel.
Which base? Okay.
Look at it. Look at it. It looks like a fucking dinosaur dog.
Mongrel?
And a dark heart.
Oh, and a dark heart.
Which is like an evil flops.
They are like totally evil stuffed animals. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's gonna be hard to get.
Right? I know. Alright, so I generated my random encounter. So, we gotta get to the train. If all stuffies are on the train, then we go to the all aboard section. So that is our first, we gotta get rid of our minions, we gotta get to the train.
Okay.
Alright? So, these are things you can search.
Oh, yeah.
The lost. The spaces containing these icons offer opportunities to interact with some of the lost toys. So I guess it's not a search. I was wrong.
But
we haven't had this yet, this part.
Yellow dice. Perception dice.
Probably. If the player on the left of the active player draws a lost card and reads it aloud, the card will usually offer choices that gives the stuffies a chance to help needy denizens. This often rewards the stuffies, but sometimes a simple thanks is all they get. Such is the nature of giving. Stuffies can always choose to walk away with no effect unless the card specifies one. Do not read the result until the choice has been made. Oh, all right. Sorry. All right, so I suggest we head towards... Oh, I'm first because I have the book.
Playing with a group of a-holes ruins pretty much any game, though, so.
This is very true. All right, here we go. So, ooh, I forgot to put these back in the bag. I'm going to draw 5. Please give me some white. I'm going to draw 5 dice.
I mean, you only have to roll a 1 to get 1.
Is that all I have to do?
I think it's meat or higher.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh!
Holy shit.
Wow, that's some stuffing. Now, I can also use them to move if I want. Yeah, we got 1 threat die. So, the threat die just goes over there.
I would just stock the hell up on stuffing, or use 2 of them to get stuffing.
Let's see if there's a... Roll your white dice to find stuffing. Each die can be rolled separately or multiple. All right. So I have to get what? After each roll is equal to or higher than your stuffy's remaining number of stuffing. Oh. Okay, 1 or higher. I think I could do that. All
It
right.
definitely is a perfect game to play for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. All right, I got a 3. So do I get 3? You gain 1 stuffing. So I get a stuffing.
Oh, you only gain 1?
Yeah, I only gain 1 per die though.
Lame.
So there's that one.
Excellent.
Here's the next one. 3!
Yay!
Yay! So I get another stuffing. I need this stuffing, guys. Okay. And the last one. Let's get our stuffing filled at 4. Yay! More stuffing. Alright. Hey, I'm almost fully stuffed, even though you can have more than 5. Okay. So I found stuffing, so now I'm going to perform actions. I think I'm going to get over here. And what do I got? I just have a yellow.
And when moving on the heap of toys, a stuffy loses 1 stuffing for each non-green die used to move. So you using that die to move, you'll still get your regular movement, but you'll lose 1 stuffing.
So maybe I'll reserve this die.
And hope for some green next time.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So now threat level is 1, which is
Correct.
2. So we're okay. They don't get to do jack shit. All right. So now it's your turn. Pick 5.
Okay, I'll take 5. If you insist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Holy shit! You better be able to get to the train.
Do the pink count as green? I mean, the purple count as green in this circumstance, or will they count against my stuffing? I mean, any non-green die, but they're wild.
They're wild, so they can be used as green.
So I could just roll all 4 of those and use them as movement.
I think
and
so.
not have to lose stuffing. And if that's not the way it's played, who cares?
Yeah, then we're sorry.
It's more fun our way.
The train could leave. He keeps talking about if the train has left.
Oh, I have this random. Oh, is it supposed to move?
I don't think so. I don't see anything. It just talks about if the train hasn't left. And I'm like, when's the train leaving?
At what point? Okay,
Looks like you can defend with any color die.
What are the these again? They're friends, potential friends?
They are lost toys.
Okay.
So you can interact with the lost toys.
Okay. So I
when you go there.
I can probably make it to one or both of them.
Yeah, we might learn something if you do that.
I'm gonna try and do that. And I'm gonna start with this pink
Lost
die.
toys that are citizens of the fall.
Okay, I'm gonna start with this pink die and I'm gonna go for this
Just give me
die,
the
hopefully. Which
shivers.
Oh, ew. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just have to be adjacent? Because I could just go 1, 2, 3.
No, you
4.
gotta actually go to that space.
5. Okay, so it's 5. I gotta get there. 5. 5.
You got it.
Okay. Come on, Theodora. You're going on an adventure. And what happens when I'm there?
Alright, so, when he ends or moves over. Oh, you can move over it.
Oh, shit.
End that Steffi's movement. Pause that Steffi's turn and discard the token. Okay.
Okay.
We did all that. Now, the player on the left draws a lost card and reads it aloud.
That's you!
That's me. A spell for Brownie.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I'm not one of the lost, insisted the brown puppy.
Oh. That salty runs over.
That salty just ran over. Some crawlies stole my little girl's flute, so I chased them here to get it back. But now I seem to be stuck. Do you know how to get home? Choice.
Okay.
Do you spend a die to teach him the magic spell.
So I still have this green one, this pink one, and this yellow one, as well as my spare blue one. Yeah.
Okay, you gain 1 heart.
Yay!
You gotta spin the die, just put it in the discard.
I'm gonna spend this yellow one.
Okay. So that's how you do the lost.
Okay, and do I have to end my turn there? It said end my movement.
It says you can resume play, so
Okay.
you can probably keep going. From what I'm
So I
thinking.
can move again?
If you still had movement.
I that's gone.
Oh, okay. Yes, you could move again.
Okay.
Get to the train tracks.
You want me to get to the train tracks? I was gonna just go to that other stuff.
And see what's going on over there?
Yeah, I figure why not.
Alright,
And then
sure.
we could just book it to the train tracks.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just gonna. It's gonna take 1, 2.
Do we have to
3
kill the
get
collies
there.
before we get to the train tracks?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Oh, I hope not. Because if at any time all stuffies are on the train token, which is here, and it takes a red to get on, turn to page 11.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Pass. Retrieve the red wagon item card from the discovery stack and place it nearby. Are we gonna try and get the red wagon?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Alright,
I
so
don't like
I
uh-oh.
don't know if you can use the purple die for that green.
So I would then lose 2 stuffing.
It said various cards and effects can give bonuses to your die rolls. In most cases, these bonuses apply only to the dice of a certain color. In all cases, bonuses are applied after effects that change a die result. Purple dice may be used in place of any other attribute die. However, purple dice do not benefit from any bonuses except for those granted specifically to purple dice.
Okay.
Damn it. But I remember reading when you were passing
Wait, but
green
did you-
lines, you could use a purple one.
Did you look through and look for what lines I needed to redo because they were blown out a little bit? Because I should do those sooner rather than later. Salty. Stop.
I'm going to say roll has through it, and you can.
Oh,
Because the way the more I read it, it's very confusing.
I'm taking these back then. They're mine.
Okay, yeah, take
Okay.
them stuffies back.
I
Alright.
don't want to die.
Right?
Okay, I'm going to roll this pink.
That's okay.
Nailed it. To get here, and I end my turn there, so you draw another, that thing.
We have to do another... Oh, this. Okay, first we discard.
Okay.
A grand opening.
Are you going to send the link in, like, the Discord for Girls Game 2, or are you going to send it to me personally, or on your chat? What are you going to do with it? Sorry.
That's right, she is. Right? Well, I'm an evil villain in a comic already, so I'm good.
None of us have seen.
You can see it on Core 6 Media. Yeah. Alright. So you heard the sound of muffled cries, and upon investigating, discovered they were coming from a beat up old cardboard box. Choice. Do you open the box or leave it?
I'm sorry, repeat that. I was reading a message.
Oh, okay. So you heard the sound of muffled cries.
Okay.
And upon investigating, discovered they were coming from a beat-up old cardboard box.
Oh, I'm opening that box.
All right. If you open it, all right, you cut the tape and open the box to reveal a grimy, sooty, stuffed cat.
Aww.
She thanked you profusely.
Okay.
Gain 1 heart.
Do I spend a? I assume I spend a die for that.
Nope.
No, it just
No.
happens.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
I have so much love in my heart. Can I give my heart to teammates? Hearts to teammates?
I
Or
don't
are
think
they
you
like
can.
yours?
I don't think you can give hearts. You can give stuffing to teammates. You can pull stuffing out of yourself and
I mean-
give it to others.
Put it on the Discord so that Heidi can just, like, look at it herself.
So I can have fun with it too.
She'll watch it and then she'll be like, "You could have done better."
Oh no. I wouldn't be that bad.
Well, I
Would I? Maybe.
am. What? I don't
Or
know.
am I asking the rules book?
I don't know what you're asking the rules book.
There was something I was asking the rules book.
Oh, sharing the hearts.
Oh, sharing that.
Okay. Now, I still have a movement die. Are we trying to get the wagon, or are we...
Let's see. At times, the game will direct players to gain a heart. A heart can be spent to perform an earned ability on your Stuffy's card. A Stuffy's active ability can be performed without having to spend a heart. Both earned abilities and active abilities can be performed at any time unless otherwise specified on your Stuffy's card. When a heart is spent, it is returned to the supply. So, earned ability. So
When
does
does
that
the
mean
train move?
you earn it each time you get a heart? When does the train move? I don't know. We'll find out.
Apparently we won't, because I'm reading this, and I'm like...
It'll move to the next page, maybe. Or maybe when we hit one of these things, one of these search things.
Well... No. Because at the second one, if the train has left you would like to chase it in the red wagon, go to section 7/2. You can travel to Bramblebum at the end of any player's turn as long as there are no minions in play.
Oh.
Like, when does the train move?
Well, we got to get to the train. We know that.
Right.
And we got to get on the train, and we got to kill a minion. So I should probably head towards the minion. I think I can get around these toys over here.
They're not part of the pile, you don't think?
Well, I mean, like, this is the big pile.
Right.
So I think I can get... I might have to use green there, but...
But you think for the most part, unless there's like a picture of a toy, it's just foggy and weird
Yeah.
and not difficult terrain?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's just the big toy thing.
Okay, well I still have this movement die that I haven't decided what to do with, because we haven't decided if we're going to the wagon or if I'm just headed for the train.
No, I go to the wagon so we can get the wagon.
Okay. Going to the wagon. Which is gonna put me right up there with the
Yeah, well, you gotta kill him anyways.
What? What?
Yeah, well, we gotta kill
What?
him before we can leave the room.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Moving. 4. I'm there. What about that over there? Asked Flops, pointing to an old red wagon that protruded from the mound. That might get us down quicker. It might break our necks too, but it sure looks like a lot of fun. If the train has left and you would like to chase it in the red wagon, go to section 7-2. You try to pull the red wagon free, perform a red strength skill test, difficulty 5.
So you gotta do a skill test. So
I don't have any red, so...
Oh, you need the red for it.
Right, but I mean, once per turn when taking a turn with Theodora, you may swap one of your attribute dice for an attribute die in the discard pool. So I could
So
swap
you
this for
could.
pink and try and get it.
That's true, you could.
I'm doing it. I mean, fuck it. I'm doing it.
Do it.
I got a 6. I did it. I got the wagon.
Hey, alright.
You managed to pull the red wagon out. Retrieve the red wagon item card from the discovery stack and place it nearby. Yay! Red wagon.
And what is the red wagon? Party item. We don't have to equip those. That's
This
good.
wagon can store up to 4 item cards. Players may equip cards to their stuffies from this wagon and may move unequipped cards to this wagon instead of discarding them.
Ooh.
Now then,
nice.
the stuffies hop in the wagon and try to catch the train by riding down the hill to where the train rounds the bend. Gain 1 heart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're trying to catch the train that way?
I guess.
So this was the skill test. You did that.
Yes. Then I passed
And
it.
you passed.
So go to page 9, section 9-1. Even if there are minions in play.
Oh.
So we move on.
So we get to move on. Alright, so we're
I
going to
used
keep
this-
everything. Because there's something that happens every time you change the page. Hold on. Right? Right?
And they never told us how to move the fucking train.
We're going to move it right now, I bet. There's a group task. I just saw it, dang it!
7-3 connect. first surge. What the heck is a surge? What causes a surge?
Oh, the surge is on if the minion. It comes from the minions. We have not gotten to that point where we have had to have a surge.
The train hasn't moved. Go to 7-3.
Aren't we supposed to be at 9?
Yeah, so we're going to page 9, section 9-1.
Okay, so that's
I'll hold it.
everybody. Remember where everybody was.
Sure, yeah.
Because it said even if, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Return all dice except those starred on the cards to the dice bag. The bookkeeper passes the bookmark to the player on her left, and the new bookkeeper will read the following.
Ugh, but I read the last one.
Well, I know, but do you want to do setup?
No. Ugh, you keep making this excellent point.
On the space marked with start.
Okay.
Where's the space marked with start?
There was no time to empty all the toys from the wagon. They quickly climbed in, except Lumpy, who pushed from the rear. It was difficult work, but Lumpy gave a determined trumpet, and suddenly the wagon began to roll. Lumpy barely clambered aboard before the wagon began to shoot down the mound. It bounced as it struck all manner of strange shapes in the garbage, and the stuffies began to scream.
How will this thing stop?
Lumpy shrieked. I don't think you'll like the answer, Flops replied. Aim for that ramp, shouted Theodora, pointing down at a toboggan that protruded from the base of the heap. If we can hit it just right, we might be able to catch that train. Great. We should have just fucking jumped on the train.
Now we know.
Maybe
If we play it again, we know. Don't take the wagon. All right, so we got some special rules.
Or my drink of choice, a Dragon Slayer Rebel from Dutch Brothers.
So it says, place the red wagon token.
Oh, it's so cute.
Red wagon token.
Oh.
May need a glass of water to parch one through. Yeah. Wait. Okay, red wagon token on the start.
9.
And then you put your guys in our respective. Do you want to be front and rear or both front? Both front?
I'm down with both being in the front.
Okay. Then they begin taking turns normally. Did the crawlies move with us?
I don't know. Do they hop in the wagon? Are they in the wagon with us?
No, I don't think so.
So we just fucking booked it away from them.
And they're not there anymore.
We just ditched them. We said.
We ditched them.
Oh, so then that probably
Yeah, it
goes
does. Okay, so, because it said even if there were still minions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did. All right, because we're not going to go back and look.
We just skipped them.
Okay, accepting the test in sections 9-6 adds 1 to the difficulty of each test on this page for each dice. So we don't have to do that test. 9-6.
Okay.
We can do a skill test if we want, but it kind of, there's a lot of skill tests in here. All right. So, moving the wagon. Once per turn during the perform action step, a player must move the wagon downhill 1 space and go to the entry listed for that space.
Okay.
All right. So, and then this here, these are special rules.
Okay.
All right. So, when a player draws 1 or more black dice, she must roll them and place them on the threat track. And these represent hazards to avoid.
Yay!
Oh, yay. Okay. A stuffy can attempt to spot hazards on its turn by choosing a black die on the threat track and rolling 1 or more of their yellow dice. If the roll is equal to or higher than the chosen die, you discard that die from the threat track.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. All right. Purple, if you pass a skill test on this page, and there's a bunch of them, all right, add any purple dice used in that test to the group task track. Ooh, yes. Okay.
Okay.
And these dice make steering harder, but you will help the final test.
9-6.
Okay. Red, a stuffy can attempt to slow the wagon on their turn by choosing a die on the group task track and rolling 1 or more of their red dice. If the roll is equal to or higher than the chosen die, discard that die from the group task track. Okay. So, you're going to pick 5 die
Why am I gonna? I just.
because you're the
No.
The keeper. I went first last time.
Yeah, but
actually,
I
even
just-
though I didn't read.
I just moved us here.
Did you like that? You know what? If you
Four.
subscribe, then you won't have any ads, CJ.
I was the ad. No, we are not sponsored by Dutch Brothers. Okay.
How about we should be?
Special. Ow.
What'd I do?
I just.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine. It was just a little unexpected.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
was. All right.
okay, special difficulty 9. So I have to move it once.
So yay, there was no group.
9.
There's no threats and no stuffing.
The wagon gains in speed. Looking ahead, you realize the jump is going to be incredibly dangerous. Perform a yellow perception or a green agility skill test, difficulty 2+. Green!
All right, so
And I have to roll a 2
blue
or better.
resistance, green. No, it's here.
I'm
This
here.
one.
It's here. It's this one. Why are you pointing at that one? We're on 9-2.
Oh, I apologize.
I have to roll a 2 or better on this green die. I rolled a 2.
Yay! Quick reflexes.
Helped you steer around some dangerous obstacles.
Woohoo!
Yay. Okay.
So you use that.
Yeah. And that's it. That's because, I just have these orange and blues.
Well, you can do stuff with these, can't you? You got to move the wagon.
I did move the wagon to 9-2. Which is why I read 9-2.
I see.
Which is why I rolled a green to pass that test.
And then you're just going to discard all the rest of your dice.
Hi,
Done.
time roller.
Unless you want to keep one.
So, I'm going to keep this
Because you play
blue
normally
one.
still.
I'm keeping this blue one. These are red, so Stuffy can attempt to slow the wagon on their turn by choosing a die on the group task track, but we don't have anything on the group task track.
Oh, how do you get one on there?
Purple. If you pass a skill test on this page, add any purple dice used in that test to the group task track.
Which we didn't use any. Do you want to? And we don't need to detect hazard, so yeah, you don't need to use any of them. Hi, time roller. All right. Oh,
yeah.
We killed 2 minions, right? In that first thing, the crawlies.
The very first one.
So whenever you kill one, you get a button.
A button.
I'm not sure what we do with the buttons, but you get a button.
I got a button. It's cute and it's blue and it's very small.
Yeah. Because I was reading, I'm like, oh shit, we were supposed to get buttons. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. 4, 5. All right, I got a black, so I gotta roll it. Oh my god.
You would.
I got a 5. All right. So I don't have any yellow. So I can't do jack shit about that. All right, so I'm going to move this one and go to 9-3. A pile of toys blocked your path and you realized a collision was unavoidable. Perform a blue resistance or a green agility skill test. Difficulty 3+.
Do one of those. Use these pink ones.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
All right. Because then what would I use green for?
You can save the green for later.
Ooh. I think I passed.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I think these stay the number.
So yeah, if you pass a skill test, add any purple dice used in the test to the group task track to represent your increasing speed. These dice make steering harder, but will help you with the final test. All right. And then I'm going to probably keep the blue.
You just use the blue. You can keep the green one.
Oh, did I use the blue?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my bad. All right, I keep the green. All right. So,
You passed.
do we have to...
You grabbed the toddler push toy and extended it out in front of you. It acted as a battering ram, smashing the toy pile out of your path.
Ooh, nice.
Draw a card from the item deck.
Oh, yay! Skateboard. When moving, add 3 to all die results. It's accessory.
Yay! You can store it in the wagon.
Okay. It's not a party item, but I think I can just store
Right,
it.
but you can
Yeah.
store things in there. I think you can store 4 items in there.
Okay. So now,
It's my turn.
do we have to do anything with the threats? How do we get rid of those threats?
When a player draws 1 or more black dice, she must roll them and place them on the threat track. These represent hazards to avoid. I think that happens at 6.
Oh, you can spot hazards with yellow, which I didn't have any. I guess I
So,
could have used that.
I think
Damn it.
9-6 is where the black comes into play.
So, yeah, but we want to make sure we get those off.
A stuffy can attempt to spot hazards on its turn by
Maybe I should have
choosing
done
a
the
black
yellow.
die. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to not worry about that.
I can still use it and not discard it.
Okay. If the roll is equal to or higher than the chosen die, discard. So it has to be higher than a 1 or higher than a
It
5?
has to be a 5 or a 6.
Okay. I'm feeling very attacked right now. No. Here, roll that again.
All right, rolling again. It's a 5!
Yay!
Yay! So now those go away. All right, see? That still worked. And then I'll keep the green. So now it's your turn.
Yay!
Yes.
Okay.
We got this.
The bag.
We got this.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, so do your stuffy first.
And I have to get what? 4 or higher?
Mm-hmm. Hey, you got a stuffing!
Yay!
Yay! All right, now roll
I
your
kiss it
threat
every
die.
time it comes and goes. It will love me forever, right?
Oh, nice number.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
So now you gotta move your wagon.
To 9-4.
Mm-hmm.
A giant machine burst up from the pile, sending the wagon sliding to the left. The machine's engine roared and black smoke began to roll out of the giant exhaust pipes that the wagon was about to pass next to. Incoming. Perform a yellow perception or a green agility skill test. Difficulty 4+. So I'm going to take this red, this blue, this...
No purple.
I'm going to take this blue,
Oh,
and I'm
trade
going
it.
to exchange it for this green.
Okay.
And
then use those two
yes.
for the skill check.
Yes.
Ah, good plan.
Excuse you, you're in. Some of the descriptions do remind me.
What's the bridge?
If you roll a 3 or higher and have a rope, you can cross the broken bridge. If you roll 5 or higher and don't have a rope, you can do the same thing. Roll 2 or lower, lose your rope if you have it, and lose a turn in the pit. Very nice. So I got a 7, which means I pass. Green pass. You grab the fabric of your companions and dive for cover as flames burst from the pipes, covering the wagon in an orange fire. Luckily, everyone avoided the worst of it. Place a courageous status card on this stuffy.
Ooh, you get to be courageous. I
Yay!
think that's the
And then I have a green and a red. A stuffy can attempt to slow the wagon on their turn by choosing a die in the group task track and rolling 1 or more of the red dice. If the roll is equal to or higher than the chosen die, discard that die from the group task.
Didn't you already evolve that green one?
Did I use the green one? I think I did, yeah. But I still have this red that I haven't rolled, and I can roll it and try and get higher than a 2, which would slow us down.
Higher than a 2 or a 1?
A 2.
Which one are you doing?
If the roll is equal to or higher than the chosen die off the group task track,
Oh.
then I
Okay.
can remove it. But I don't know, what are they used
Why
for?
do we want to remove it?
Perform a purple luck skill test, difficulty 6, subtract 1 from the difficulty for each die, regardless of the die's result, but it slows. What the fuck is the point of slowing us down? I don't care. Once per turn, perform action step. A player must move the wagon down 1 space and go to the entry listed for that space. This move does not require. What? I don't understand what the point of slowing us down would be.
I'm not sure either.
So we're gonna not do that.
Okay. So it's my turn.
Yes.
All right. We got this.
We got this.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, damn it. All right. So threats first. Okay, get rid of some threats, man.
You're the only one that's getting yellows.
Oh. Okay. So now I move this down to 9.5.
Mm-hmm.
And you spied the broken, jagged handle of the hockey stick, and the wagon was about to pass right under it. So I can perform a red strength or a blue resistance skill test. Difficulty 5+. Why would I use the yellow?
So the yellow gets rid of these.
Oh, right. So I can't.
But you have one red to do that test.
Oh.
Green skill test.
Do I have a green? Is none of those are green skill tests? Damn. Okay.
All of yours are rolling before greens. Hey! Oh, shit.
What?
Damn it.
What?
It says use this ability anytime a player draws dice. That player may return all dice just drawn to the bag and redraw.
Dang. We really need to read our abilities. Alright, so 9.4. I guess I gotta do a yellow, and I can't trade any dice. Or I'm doing a green. I'm on 9.5. Sorry, red,
so red
or blue.
and
This
you
is
only
red.
have the one red.
And what do I need?
5.
Or higher. It's a 6! Yay! Not re-rolling that. Alright.
You grab hold of a bowling pin and give a mighty swing. The stick explodes into splinters. Remove all status cards from all stuffies.
Oh man, you didn't even get to use your courageous. Damn. That sucked. And we passed that shit.
But there might have been. You know,
Alright, so now I'm going to try to get rid of...
if we had failed this one, someone would be scared. Each stuffy receives 2.
I'm going to see if there was any
All sorts of
hazards.
shit. Yeah. Okay. Hazards.
Okay,
So you're
I'm
gonna
going to choose one of the one.
Okay. Hey, you did it!
Oh, I should have chosen the 4.
You thought you were being sly, choosing the easy one.
I did think I was being sly, and I guess I'm going to just discard that.
I mean, it's my turn.
Are we supposed to be doing something with the threat assessment?
No, we're doing
It
it.
said to play as usual, but
We are doing it.
yeah, okay.
We're taking them
Double
out,
checking.
dealing with the shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ah.
Hey, okay.
That's
Stuffing
right.
first.
Stuffies first. Stuffies are always first.
3 doesn't give me shit. 4 doesn't give me shit.
Much for stuffies.
Okay.
Roll a threat. Sham.
My bad.
Alright, move down to 9.6.
Okay. Perform a purple luck test. Difficulty 6. Subtract 3 because we have 3 on our group.
So it's going to be difficulty 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then, can you use the group ones, or do you...
No, you subtract those from the difficulty.
Oh.
So I'm gonna change. Should I change the yellow or the blue for
the blue, because you can use the yellow to get rid of threats.
Okay, so I'm gonna change this blue for this yellow. Okay. We'll see what happens. Okay.
Do you want to get rid of threats first, just in case? Can we? I think we can.
I think we can. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll
Good plan.
this yellow one.
For which one?
For the 1. Shit, fuck. 2. Hey!
Yay! That worked.
I'm really glad I chose the 1.
Right? Me too.
And then I'm gonna use this yellow one for the 4. Damn.
That's a 2.
That's okay. It's fine. I got rid of one of them.
That's true.
Okay, so now I just have to get a 3. A 3 or better. I believe in you.
I believe in you.
Yay!
Yay! Alright, what happens when we pass?
Stuffies and dolls looked up in shocked awe as your wagon flew overhead. Who in the world is that? Said a broken down doll. A wagon of darn fools, that's for sure, said a patched up bear. Your wagon smashed into a pile of toys on a train car and everyone went flying. But Theodora couldn't help but grin as the stuffies zipped away on the speeding train. Discard the red wagon item card.
Okay.
Go to page 11, section 11-1. Okay. 11-1. Oh my gosh.
Return all the dice except those stored on the cards to the dice bag. We're going to pass the bookmark over to me. Oh, damn it. We got to generate an encounter. Alright. So first, I think the train comes back.
We're on the train. Why would the train come back?
Oh, we're going to find out here in a second. Hold on. Return
Okay.
all dice. Let's do that first.
Okay.
And now she's going to walk away.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Alright, returning my die. And set this board up here. Generate an encounter of the Dark Heart leader and a number of crawlies equal to the number of players -1. Okay, so I need the Dark Heart leader. Where are my crawlies? There they are. Alright, the Dark Heart. Of course we get the leader. Wait, where is it? Oh, we already killed it. Alright, here it is. Alright, we didn't kill it. We went by it. Okay, so the Dark Heart leader and number of crawlies -1. That's just one crawly. So that's not too bad. There's a crawly. And this is the square crawly. Square, square, square. Alright, now it says place each crawly on an adjacent to the space marked and place the Dark Heart on the space marked with the broken heart. Alright. Each player places their stuffy figure on an adjacent space marked with the Duders. It's adjacent, so we're adjacent. We'll Duder him adjacent. Alright, now we got special rules.
I gotta say, this is a lot more fun with multiple pages than when we just played the
I
one.
agree. I like this. I like playing it correctly much better.
Wow, that's so surprising, I'm sure.
There's no one in the cars behind us, said Theodora upon her return. The blanket must be up ahead. All I found were more broken toys. This is a foul place, spats Flops. The sooner we get that blanket back and get out of here, the better. Agreed, said Stitch. So let's move up the line and find the car with our little girl's blanket. The group began to move their way up the train cars, and it didn't take long before they spotted the crawly with the blanket. Oh, he's got the blanket. We should grab the blanket. Off. But the crawly was passing the blanket off. Oh no, to yet another minion. This one much larger and far more menacing. Its torso had a gaping heart-shaped hole, from which rose a thin black vapor. That's gross. What on earth is that? Whispered Lumpy.
What on earth? Lumpy has a sad...
What on earth is that? There it is.
I don't know, said Stitch, but we didn't come all this way to give up on the blanket.
Hell no!
Hell no! All right, so we got some special rules with the Dark Heart. So, Dark Heart movement. When activating the Dark Heart, you do not move it.
Okay.
When placing a threat die on the threat track, you're going to roll it. And if the number result matches one other die on the track, the train passes beneath a dangerous low hazard. And the stuffies must drop onto their bellies to avoid damage. Stuffies with 4 or more stuffing are going to lose a stuffing. And if the number result matches 2 other dice, okay, the Dark Heart uncouples the train, and we go to another section.
Yay.
Now catching. Let's see how we catch him.
Okay.
The Dark Heart has the baby blanket, and your only chance of getting it back is by getting up close and personal. If a stuffy on the Dark Hearts train car successfully defeats the Dark Heart, then you're going to go to that section.
Okay.
All right?
Cool.
All right. Otherwise, play is normal. So I'm actually this dude. So I go first.
Love it.
Woo! Goodness gracious. Nice. All right. We want to make sure we use all our abilities here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. Only one thread.
Strong.
Stuffy. I have how many?
4.
So I had to get 4 or 5?
4 plus.
4 plus.
You did
Yay!
it!
I got stuffing! Hopefully I'm not too fat if we hit a low hazard. Okay. Now the threat die. I have to roll it. And it's greater than the... How did that fucking work?
When placing a threat die on the threat track, roll it. If the number result matches one other die on the track. Okay.
Nope, that didn't happen.
We're fine. We're good.
All right.
The only one there. How could we?
Exactly.
We're fine.
All right. So I'm going to do some movement.
Hey, you have 2 greens.
I do. And I need the green
To get across.
to get across.
Just go
I'm going to start with 1.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, go straight for the Dark Heart, man.
We got to kill... I got 1. Can I reroll?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You may reroll 1 or more green dice. All right. I'm going to reroll it. It's my agility roll. I got 2. Hey! All right. So we're going to go 1, 2. And I'm adjacent to the Crawly. So I'm going to go ahead and attack.
Yeah, +1 from your kitchen knife.
I do have +1. Salty, that's enough. So I'm going to attack. Should I use both?
I would use both.
Use
Just
both?
make sure it's gone, and then we can move on.
All right. And
You know?
what's the Crawly's strength?
5.
All right. Fuck! Wait, can I do something?
Hey, I can do something.
Okay.
Here, resourcefulness. Use this ability when a player rolls attribute dice. That player may re-roll 1 or more of those dice.
Yes!
So she rolled 2 reds, she got a 1 and a 2, making it a 3, which is not good.
I think you actually put it on it to
Do
show
I?
that you used it this turn, and then you take them off.
Oh, okay.
It just seems logical. All right, here we go. I had a 2. Yes! I got 5, 6, 7, 8.
That gets him.
That kills him.
Bye, Crawly. Of course, now that means that Dark Heart actually gets to go.
Does he?
Yeah, because there's one thingy and 1 die.
Oh, we did the threat assessment at the wrong time. You're right. All right, so I could move again because I
Or
have
you could
another
just
green die.
Save your green die for later.
Okay, I'll save it for later.
Because you can use it to defend.
Now we do the threat assessment.
Okay, which is
We-
Dark Heart movement. When activating the Dark Heart, do not move it.
But now we roll that dice.
No,
I think because the threat assessment comes at the end.
but that's just when placing a threat die on the threat track.
Oh, okay.
So, but it doesn't move. I think it can target someone 5 spaces away. I think that's what that means. With 5 strength.
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fuck.
Sorry. And it's attacking you with 5 strength.
All right. So, use this ability before rolling a green die to defend with flops. Double the value of your roll result.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll a green die for defense. And I got 6. Because I get to double it.
You nailed. You don't take any
Yes!
damage.
I dodged that bullet.
Fuck yeah.
Ha
That's
ha!
what we're going for. Okay.
Yeah, dodged it.
That means it's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Bag. Thanks. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm. You
Okay.
gotta roll that black one.
I do, and if it is a 2, it's not. Yeah, it doesn't match any.
Oh, it just has to match?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Now you do your turn as normal.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
So you
just-
gotta move with green. You could use green and purple to see if you can get close enough to the dark heart.
Yeah.
And then you have a melee.
Because I assume movement is normal within this, but you need green to get over that.
Yeah. So you could also use
Okay.
green and blue too.
So we're just gonna
And
go
save
with
your purple.
We're just gonna go with this.
Okay.
And I got 6,
7.
7, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hey!
Hey, buddy.
Now you can attack.
Okay, so the dark heart has the baby blanket, and your only chance of getting it back is by getting up close and personal. If a stuffy on the dark heart's train car successfully defeats the dark heart, go to section 11-3.
Alright, so let's see if you successfully
I have to
defeat
get
him.
an 8. I'm not going to successfully defeat him. Wait.
You got a bonus with your...
Okay.
And you get
Okay.
+1 to
Okay.
your red die.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta do that here to make sure you're ready.
Alright. We got this.
Okay. I just gotta get an 8. You just gotta... Come on, man. You got this.
Got this.
I don't fucking got this.
5. You got 6.
I got 6, but I need an 8.
Damn.
Can I only use my resourcefulness once per turn? Per
Let's
round?
find out.
Per page?
We haven't used them a lot. So
No, we haven't. We haven't used them at all. Hearts.
A heart can be spent to perform an earned ability on your Stuffy's card. A Stuffy's active ability can be performed without having to spend a heart. How do you make them active?
Do you have to
Both
spend...
earned abilities and active abilities can be performed at any time unless otherwise specified on your Stuffy's card. When a heart is spent, it's returned.
Oh, so I can use it whatever. Okay, I'm using it. Use this ability when a player rolls attribute dice. That player may re-roll 1 or more of these dice. I'm going to re-roll both of these fuckers. I got an 8.
Yay! That kills him.
Yeah. Okay. I killed him. Yay.
Yay!
Okay.
Now what?
If the stuffy on the dark heart's train car successfully defeats the dark heart, go to section 11-3. 11-3. You leaped over the gap between the cars, between the cars, weapon at the ready.
Why does Crepitus want the blanket? Lumpy demanded.
But the dark-hearted minion only snarled in anger, the blanket still clutched in its vile claws. The stuffies pressed the attack, and now surrounded, the monster tried to make its escape by diving off the moving train.
Oops.
But just as the minion leaped, you reached out and grabbed the blanket. The monster vanished off the side of the train. Retrieve the red blanket item card from the patch, and the patch item card from the discovery stack. You need patch, too.
Where did the red blanket go?
I don't know.
I had it out before. Oh, there
Found
it is.
Equip the blanket to a stuffy. Okay.
What does the blanket do?
When
Ooh.
performing a red skill test, add 2 to red die rolls. Results. Add the patch item card to the item deck.
Okay.
Then shuffle the deck. Go to section 11-4. Shuddering like some coughing, choking beast, the train came to a halt outside a small ramshackle settlement. Well, this place is nice, Flop suggested. A large sign near the track said squalor.
It would seem.
This is Theodora.
Oh,
It would seem they named this place honestly, Theodora replied. I'm totally buying a summer home here, Flop continued.
Shush, urged Stitch. Let's try to find some help politely.
Go to page 15, 15-1.
Which I think is the next story. But we'll find out here in a minute. We didn't need to do anything here, right?
Nope, we finished that. 15
Oh, nope, it's not. It's still
Holy
the
crap.
same story. Okay, now return all our dice.
Here's the real question. Could these all have been played separately?
The thing is, it's like if you have stuff stored on your like hearts and stuffing. If you have stuff, and we each get a button.
A button!
You get a button for killing. I get a button for killing the crow, and you get a button. So, yeah, the thing is those things go with you on each page. So you'd have to like take a picture or something so you knew where you were.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, technically, I guess they could. Alright, so now, return your dice. Reshuffle the minion deck.
I'm drawing dice.
We're gonna pass
dice stuff. If you
the
draw one or more
thingy
threat
mabobber.
dice, gain 1 heart. Ooh, I like this blanket.
What's going on? Oh,
I
and
just-
you equipped it to you?
I
Oh, okay.
figured I grabbed it from the
Well, I
minion
guess I'll
as it fell.
keep my skateboard then.
Please keep your skateboard. You have so much movement, Flopsy.
Alright, so
Flops.
we're going to have you read that part there.
Okay. The town of Squalor was a chaotic maze of ramshackle buildings and random alleyways. Dominating the view was the terrible black fortress that loomed far in the distance, chimneys and smokestacks lining its towers, walls, and buttresses. It was not an unhappy place per se, but the toys, dolls, and stuffies that lived there walked around as if on the defensive, and all seemed keen on keeping to themselves. The stuffies spent some time around a dilapidated train yard, watching the citizens of Squalor come and go. Lumpy noticed that many of the residents were gathering around a cluttered marketplace. Reveal a sleep card.
The wall barriers environment.
It's totally a Linus blanket. That's 100%.
Alright, sleep card. She's sleeping.
Good.
So we're good. So we got walls and barriers environment cards. So walls and other barriers are indicated by solid white lines. Figures cannot see through, attack through, or move through barriers. Spaces on either side of a barrier are not considered adjacent. So like here and here. Some maps feature door tokens. These act just like barriers. Once the door has been opened, remove the door token and it's no longer a barrier. All right, so we got that. So then we gotta do what? I guess we're gonna go.
Let's go visit people.
Oh, Explorer. We should have a. We gotta get the blanket, but it didn't tell me who to put out. Is the dark heart still there?
No. We're now in
Lamunda?
Squalor looking for
I guess we go to 15-2 then. I did the setup.
yeah. So the pavilion was dimly lit inside. A small round table stood in the center. No, wrong, false. No. We just start moving.
We just start moving?
Setup. Retrieve the Knuckle Boss card from the Discovery stack. Generate an encounter of Knuckle and 2 Crawlies.
Where do you see that?
I don't know if that's
Under
that's
15.5.
15.5. Okay, then no, we just start exploring.
All right, so we have buttons and we have lost toys. So buttons are new to us. So the buttons are vendors. And they represent an opportunity to trade with a local collector. The first time a stuffy enters each space with a button symbol, maybe I didn't need to put the buttons on there. And that stuffy's movement, pause that stuffy's turn and reveal 4 cards from the item deck. Players on or adjacent to this space can trade for 1 or more of the 4 cards by spending 1 button or discarding 1 item card for each card they want to receive. So, yeah, I don't need the buttons.
So no. Place an objective token on any vendor. Upon visiting that vendor, read the stars. So you need to put stars on them.
Oh, then that's what I'm supposed to put on there. Stars upon thars.
Okay. All right. You go first, right?
Well, not if I'm looking for the stars, I don't. Yeah, I guess.
Do I go first? I'm the reader.
Oh, then you go first.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And
I'm still trying to.
okay.
So these are vendors. We got a
2,
vendor.
4,
We got a vendor.
When drawing dice during the draw dice step, if you draw 1 or more threat dice, gain 1 heart. I get to gain a heart.
Where you got that?
The Linus blanket.
Oh my god! Wow!
I drew shit dice. All right. 5. I get a stuff.
Get stuffing.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, then the threat dice just go there. Yeah.
And then I have a blue dice for movement.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll.
And move one. You can move towards this star. Can you do a reroll?
Yeah, well, I mean, I could, but I don't really want to.
Okay.
I'm just going to go there. Okay. Awesome. What a great turn.
Now you do threat assessment.
There are no monsters.
If there are minions in play, nope.
Sure not.
If there are no minions in play, you add the number of dice on the threat track equals or exceeds the number of stuffies in play. Resolve the list below in order.
Okay, it equals. So, what's up?
Resolve the lightning effect on the current page of the storybook.
Surge. Reveal a sleep card.
Okay.
So it's a surge. That's what a surge is. We were weird.
She's restless.
Oh, sorry, bud.
Does anything happen when she's restless?
No.
All right. So if the surge resulted in minions coming into play, the minions will immediately take a minion turn. Discard all of the dice from the threat track.
Grand.
And refresh the dice bag. Return all of the dice in the discard pool to the dice bag.
Okay. That wasn't so bad.
Now we've had our first surge.
We didn't realize that's what was going to happen.
All right. So now I'm going to choose my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn. 5. All right. So I'm going to roll for my stuffing. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should I roll them individually?
Yeah, you roll them individually, because if you get one with... See, you get a stuff.
I
Now
get
you
a
have to get a 6 or higher to
Nah,
get one.
nah, I got a 6 or higher. Nope. All right. All right. So now I have a pink and a green.
For movement.
Wait, how do we go over the white? We can't go over the white lines.
Right,
at
and
all.
you can't see through it.
We can't see through it. So I'm going to go ahead and...
I would roll one and then the other. Because sometimes when you interact with things, your movement ends.
Oh, I can take this
So you
off.
end up discarding.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, but you discard it if you used it.
Oh, I do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Alright. Do we get hearts for defeating things on the other page? Did we defeat them?
Yeah. So you should get a heart and I should get a heart.
Yeah, because if we kill all we each get hearts. And we did. We killed them all.
We did.
Alright.
That's a 1.
Fuck me.
No. But you can re-roll green, right?
I think so.
Use this ability after rolling dice for flops. You may re-roll 1 or more green dice. Yeah. I'd re-roll
Sure
it.
can. Alright, I'm doing it.
3.
3. Alright. So I can go 1, 2, 3. So what
Okay.
happens when I get there?
You found a merchant with a small market stall. You don't find anything interesting among the wares, but just when you turned to leave, you spotted something.
Oh.
Was it? Indeed, your little girl's blanket sat folded neatly among the other items. That doesn't make sense because I have it around my shoulders.
Huh?
If your party has the patch item card, you receive the blanket. We already had the blanket. If not, you'll need to pass the yellow group task. We already have the blanket. We got the... Upon obtaining... We already have the blanket. Did we go to the wrong page?
Wait, what's this?
If you ask Lamunda about finding the baby blanket, go to section 15.3. Or, if you have the red blanket, which we do, but just need to find out how to get back home, go to section 15-4. So that's when we get to that, which I'm headed to this eye because that's when we find Lamunda.
Okay.
So, what the... We already have the red card.
Well, I
Red
guess
blanket.
I get nothing then from there. Is that really? Do I have to do some kind of test?
No, like that... We already have the blanket. We came here with the blanket because we got it from the Crawley, which is
So
why
we
we're
totally
here.
didn't need to do that.
No, we didn't need to
We
do that
should've
at
read
all.
that.
We should have. Anyway,
I should have gone somewhere else. I could have
3
gotten
gets
there.
to the eye.
I should have gotten. I'm gonna go
Do
to the
it.
eye.
Great.
I'm doing it.
You
Retconning
spot
that
a
shit.
striped pavilion. A nearby sign declares Lazy Lamunda, the mostly accurate fortune teller. If you have a button or an item card you'd like to trade for a reading, discard it and go to section 15-2. Do you have a button or an item card you'd like to trade for a reading?
Sure. I'll trade a button.
Okie dokes. So
Now-
15-2.
That one takes you to 15-4 if we already have the blanket.
The pavilion was dimly lit inside. A small round table stood in the center, and on it sat a polished black orb. Lamunda observed your entry. Oh my!
You're in 15-4?
No, I'm in 15-2 because we never read it. We just read what happened.
Oh!
Oh my! She exclaimed as you drew close to her. You are a long way from home, are you not? Very well, sit down, trespassers, and let old Lamunda tell you what you need to know. Choose one of the following. If you already have the red blanket, but just need to find out how to get back home, go to section 15-4. Lamunda, you find us in desperate need, you begged. We must return this blanket to our child. How can we escape this strange land? Oh, yes, the old puppet said. The exit you seek dwells within the bramble-bum. You shall find it lurking in a strange little house. And with that, you leave Lamunda's pavilion. Gain 1 heart. Go to section 15-5. Go ahead and gain a heart. There was a commotion in the market, and several townsfolk pointed in the party's direction. It would seem they might have stood out a little too much. The doors to shanties flew open, and an overlarge stuffy emerged, accompanied by 2 crawlies.
Uh-oh.
I want that blanket, the big one yellowed. You give it to Knuckle, and maybe I don't tear your arms off. Retrieve the Knuckle boss card from the discovery stack. Generate an encounter of Knuckle and 2 crawlies. Special rules. We need 2 crawlies. Thank you.
Where do the crawlies go?
I assume just
Adjacent to him?
adjacent to him. Yeah.
Okay. Then?
Then they go over here.
Oh, yeah. That was over there. Why did you put Knuckle on the bottom?
Because I think you're supposed to put them in order of their strength.
You are?
I think so. I'm not positive about that, but I think so.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, it probably really doesn't matter because we just kill him whoever we want to kill him. And then special rules. On his turn, Knuckle will move toward the stuffy with the blanket. Okay, great. If Knuckle steals and escapes with the blanket, go to section 15-6. If Knuckle was defeated or escapes without the blanket, go to section 15-7.
Alright, so now it's the threat assessment. Unless you're going to do something with your last die.
That's your.
Oh, it's my last die.
I ain't doing shit.
Save that shit. Now it's the threat assessment.
Great. So only if it's 3 or
if minions are in play and the number of dice on the threat track equals or exceeds the number of minions in play, the minions take a turn, so if they're fucked
they
out of
don't
luck.
do shit.
Yep.
Okay, so now it's my turn.
Now it's your turn. And we got the big boss out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
I get a heart.
Yep.
Because of my blanket.
Oh.
When drawing dice during the draw dice step, if you draw 1 or more threat dice, gain 1 heart.
Oh,
I
alright.
should really just use them. Shocking, weird thought, strange thought.
Oh, you can.
Use my heart?
Oh, I thought you meant the threat dice.
Oh, no. I shouldn't have done that yet. I should have done this. 4. Darn, nothing. And then I just have some. I have a purple for movement.
And the others are for melee.
And the others are for melee.
To see if you can get anywhere.
4.
You can go through me.
1, 2,
You
3,
can go orthogonally.
4. I just kind of feel like this is a good move.
Alright. I get to read it. The Princess and the String. The princess doll waved you over, gesturing behind her back. You edged around her only to see she had a pull string there that would make her talk. You have a choice. Do you pull the string or take time to tie the string to her hand so she can talk on her own?
Take time to tie the string.
gain a heart.
Oh.
You're so nice.
Why do I have so many freaking hearts? Okay.
All right, so that
and
was
that was
your
my
movement.
pink, and do I have to be adjacent? Does that count as adjacent?
That is adjacent.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can attack that crawly.
I'm going to attack, and I'm only going to use one because I have +3
Nice.
because of my letter opener and the red blanket.
Yeah.
So I just have to get a 5. Nailed it.
Yay! One crawly down.
Of course, now that means they actually have a turn.
Is that the right crawly?
Yeah, they're both the same.
No, they have different faces. You do it by the color on the 5. You see the shape on the 5?
Yeah. Got them.
Okay.
And that was that one, and I'm keeping this one.
Okay. So now it's my turn. Oh, it's right, it's this one.
Oh, yes, and now they actually have things.
Yeah,
that they're
the number
doing.
of dice on the threat track equals or exceeds the number of minions, and play the minions take a turn.
So this one moves 6.
And attacks
Me.
you.
He needs to roll.
Do we move everybody first?
No, I think we go one at a time. He rolls a 1, so he rushes and moves 6, and hits for 3.
You could just take it.
I'm just gonna take it.
Okay.
I think Knuckle is gonna hit me. Knuckle's definitely gonna hit me. Okay, and Knuckle rolled a 5, so he is going to pay the bully. He moves 3.
Get removed. That was only 2.
But he's gonna attack me.
Oh, but okay.
So I mean,
He'd go 3 and still attack you.
okay. If a stuffy loses stuffing from this attack, which is 5, oh gosh. Knuckles steals a random equipped item from that stuffy.
Oh no! He could get the blanket.
If Knuckle is defeated before escaping, re-equip the stolen item. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna defend.
That's probably wise. Does Knuckles roll? Oh no, Knuckles just hits with 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Well, I got 4.
Yay! Set 4 defense. That's 4 defense then. So you only get hit with 1. You only lose 1 stuffing.
Right, but if a stuffy loses stuffing from this attack, Knuckles steals a random equipped item.
So you gotta turn those over.
Or, I mean, I rolled an attribute die, right? So I could use resourcefulness and hope to get a 5 or a 6, which is not likely. Or I could lose a random item.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure put that blanket in the wagon.
Oh, we lost the wagon.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a 50-50 chance
Yeah, 50-50.
that they're going to steal back the blanket and get exactly what they want.
Yeah. It's up to you. Probably should do whatever you need to do to defend that blanket.
I know. Okay, I'm either about to die. Ha!
Hey! Look at that!
I did it! I did it!
So you didn't lose any stuffing.
I have the blanket still.
You saw the blanket. That's a good thing.
We're good, guys.
And
that was it. That was...
Okay. And you remove the... Actually, you don't remove the threat die. You only remove the threat die when there's the surge.
I thought they removed the threat die when they used them. To attack. To do their turn.
Oh, unless it says that in the special rules?
No, I thought that's just how it happened.
I don't think so.
And then we had to get back up to 2 in order for them to attack us again.
Let's see.
That might be wrong. It doesn't really matter.
What happens after... Discard the black threat die used to determine its action. You're right.
Whoa. I'm weird. I'm having a weird moment. And it's...
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull. I'm pretty sure this is the last page. Okay. So stuffing. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3.
We still have 5.
I think I got 6.
Do you have 6? You totally have 6.
I get 6. Nope, no stuffing for me. Put that on the threat track. All right, then we're gonna move. Okay.
6.
All right. So 1, 2, and I go here 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then be able to attack. Guess I'm gonna attack this dude.
Knuckle?
Yeah. What happens when I do that? Anything special on the Knuckles attack?
No, I mean, you have to hit him for 8.
I have to hit him for 8?
Mhm.
Alright, well, I got 2 here.
You did it.
Yes!
You got Knuckle.
Yes! I got Knuckles! What happens when we defeat Knuckles?
That is an excellent question. Did you just roll these to attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
We might still have to go after the Crawly, I think.
Yeah, I think so. If Knuckle was defeated or escapes without the blanket, go to section 15-7. If you have already visited Marietta in the Bramblebum Forest, which we haven't done.
Mm-mm.
If you have not visited Marietta, go to section 15-9. With the blanket in their possession, they headed out to Bramblebum in search of Marietta. Go to page 13, section 13-1.
Oh boy, okay!
13-1! Holy
Which
cow.
way is 13? This was 15. Oh.
Bramblebum.
Okay. Return all dice back. I guess that wasn't our last page. I know what story 2 is because I thought we were going to be doing story
It's
2
not
today.
even Knuckles, it's just Knuckle. Singular.
Yeah.
Singular Knuckle.
Wait, wrong game. Yeah, all right. So the bookkeeper passes. They stared into the dark, tangled forest.
Did you save this? Is that why this is here?
Yes. They stared into the dark, tangled forest that stood before them, strange and primordial. No one relished the idea of entering that foreboding place. From somewhere in the depths they heard the echo of strange voices. Voices. And so they set off into the trees, following a path. It wasn't long before the mysterious voices drew near, and the stuffies grew worried. We should hide in the trees, Flops warned the others, but they weren't sure. Time, after all, was running short. Reveal a sleep card. She's still sleeping. Okay, we place our stuffy figures on the adjacent marked. It can be adjacent to it.
Mm-hmm.
So is that where you wanted to be? Because I don't want to be on it.
Yeah, that's where I wanted to be.
Okay. Then you got walls and barriers again. Got to add the door token. There you go. Place. Oh, we got to place these. There was only one. Oh, you already did all this. Choose one of the following. If you set up an ambush, go to section 3.2, or if you press on, go to 13.3.
Let's go to 13.3.
They spirited down the trail, hacking away at the thorny branches that seemed to reach out. After a half hour of this, they stumbled upon a small hut hidden within a tangled thicket. It was a strange home and oddly misshapen, but it had a wholesome look to it. In the distance came a haunting howl.
That's the group task found at 1.
To get into the hut and explore.
2. Okay, so we just need to go
We gotta
to
get there
1.
and pass that group test.
Great.
All right, and it's my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. No threat. Stuff.
Did we-
6. Do I have 6?
You do have 6.
So I get more stuffing.
Did you already get your heart for defeating the last one?
No. Or and I didn't get a button either.
Buttons.
All right. So now I'm going to... Do we really need to go talk to any lost toys? Do you think I should talk to a lost toy?
That's up to you. Are you gonna talk to him? You get hearts when you do.
Alright, I'm gonna
obviously,
move.
apparently.
Let's see what I get. And I have +3, so that's 7.
Flopsy's got speed. Of course, when you
Yeah.
stop to talk
1,
to a
2,
person,
3. Oh, but I can keep going. I can
You-
go through. If I go over
you have to stop and lose the rest of your movement to do that interaction.
It says go over.
You have to stop and use the rest
How
of
could
your
you walk
movement.
over it if you have to stop?
I never did. I always lost the rest of my movement and had to re-roll for new movement.
I don't know where it was. Where are they? Oh, the lost toys.
Mm-hmm.
If a stuffy starts, ends, or moves over a space with that lost toy token,
And that Stuffy's movement.
pause that stuffy's turn and discard the token. Okay, so I guess you're right. Okay. All right.
But she's not going there anyway.
I'm
You're
here.
on the first one.
Yeah, what happens?
They found what looks like a child's playhouse, though it appeared broken down and disjointed. Upon inspection, the door proved to be locked as well as surprisingly sturdy. Go to section 13-5.
Which is the group test.
Another howl sounded, only now much closer. Thea pounded on the door. From inside the hut, a grumpy voice was heard. Go away! Please, begged Thea. We have friends in need. What's the password? The voice asked. Password? Thea yelled incredulously. I'd wager it isn't charity. Our lives are in danger out here. A small hatch opened near the bottom of the door, and a painted face on a withered corn husk looked up at you angrily. Password! She demanded. Persuading the doll to let you in requires a yellow perception group task. Difficulty 13. If you haven't already, learn core rule group task on page 9 of the rulebook or scan the QR code. So we have to pass a yellow group perception task of 13. Not ready. I'm not ready for that. I don't have any yellow. Also, this is...
So, sometimes there's a group task available to perform. Group tasks are similar to skill tests, except multiple players can contribute on their turns by rolling the appropriate colored dice, then choosing to place them on the group task track.
Group task track.
When the total of dice on the group task track equals or exceeds the task's target difficulty number,
Okay.
then you discard them and resolve the task pass effect.
Okay.
So unlike skill tests, group tasks cannot fail. Stuffies can contribute to group tasks from anywhere on the map unless directed otherwise by the storybook. All right, so it's yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So I could put 3 on the group task
Mm-hmm.
here.
So you have to roll them. Because once the numbers on them add up
and
to
can I do
13,
the pink too, or?
I think... Well, we used... I'm going to go no on group tasks for using wilds. Because I think that was very specifically... So that's 10, which means on my turn I only have to get 3.
Well, let's make sure we can't use pink. Or a purple die he could continue to add to the task.
Perfect. What a win.
Woo!
Hey,
we did it!
Remove
Alright.
the door token. Go to section 13-7. Gah! Fine already, grumped the doll. She slammed the hatch shut, and there was the sound of numerous bolts and latches being undone. Finally, the door swung wide, and she allowed everyone inside. It was cluttered with old furniture and various curios and instruments of study. Books were piled everywhere. If you stopped to set an ambush along the way, which we did not. Okay. So, I mean, that's it. We removed the door. And now it's my turn.
But what happens next?
We have to go to the 2.
We gotta do the explore the 2. I can still go. I still have things.
Okay.
So I can still move to the 2.
You could.
So I'm gonna use my blue.
Make it to the 2.
And I make it to the 2. Alright.
Right there.
My name is Marietta, the old cornhusk doll said. She sat in a chair and patted a tiny toy mouse that happily twitched its nose. Marietta wasn't unfriendly, but you could tell from her posture that she didn't quite trust you. She reached out a husk hand and ran it over your fabric. Yes, you're much too fresh. We're not from around here, you told her. Well, that much is obvious. Her black painted eyes went wide. You fell? Peculiar events, she muttered. I can't see it at an angle with these progressives. It's really causing me to get dizzy. We're desperate to get home, you told her. Can you help us? I can help, but it won't be easy, said Marietta. Inside of you is a small plastic heart, set there by the great manufacturer. Your hearts were all emptied upon entering this other world, and they must be refilled if you wish to leave. You must perform good deeds. That said, I must warn you, you must not be discovered by the Dark One who controls this realm. He is quick to anger and driven by a strange power. If he feels you have tampered with his creation, he will hunt down the child you are bound to, and he will make them pay for your trespass. Marietta taught you a secret rhyme that's powerful and will see you safely home. If the Stuffies have the red blanket, or bought the green blanket in squalor, okay, go to section 13.6, otherwise read on. You have all made me proud, said Stitch. If we would like to return home to the child, all we need to do is stand in a circle and hold pause before reciting the words Marietta taught us. So the waking card has not been revealed.
So 96-1.
No. Oh, so
You still
Oh,
go to
that hurt.
96.
96-1. All right. Actually, know what this is. So I was like, wait, did we finish that?
96-1.
Yep. The bookkeeper read, a tiny rift opened in the sky above, and a thin ray of golden light beamed down upon the Stuffies. It burst into an expanding dome of blinding energy, enveloping the Stuffies entirely, and then, in a flash, the light and the golden ray were gone. And so, too, were the Stuffies. Back in the little girl's bedroom, the Stuffies emerged from underneath the bed. Quickly, whispered Stitch, it's almost dawn. I need a day off, sighed Theodora as she scaled the bed. I need 1,000,000 days off, says Flops. I'm never leaving this bed, declared. Oh, I'm never leaving this bed, declared Lumpy.
There's scary stuff out there.
I'm very proud of you all, Stitch said. You acted bravely. I could not be more delighted to serve with such honorable Stuffies. But Lumpy sat up with a puzzled look on his face.
What about Crepitus?
He asked. You told us we could ask you when we got home, Mr. Stitch. Stitch sat up and cleared his throat. There is a myth about Crepitus, said the older Stuffy. It says Crepitus and his brother are two halves of the moon. The myth says that Crepitus grew jealous of his brother, for his brother was beautiful silver and a champion of dreams, loved by everyone. The myth also says that Crepitus let his anger change him. He felt he lived in his brother's shadow, and so became a thing made of shadows. He is a champion of nightmares. What would a brother of the moon want with abandoned toys? Theodora asked. I cannot say, answered Stitch. In the meantime, we will... Birds! Hissed Lumpy. He leaped into a corner of the bed with Flops and Stitch, and Theodora dove into the little girl's arms just as the doorknob turned. Mommy walked into the bedroom, humming a gentle, wakeful song. She opened the curtains and let sweet sunlight fall into every corner of the room. But when she turned, she saw her daughter's blankie lying on the floor. It was covered in a variety of stains, and one corner had been completely ripped off. And Mommy just stood there, looked at her daughter, looked back at the blanket, and all she could say was, what?
I'd be confused as hell too.
Oh, we have little life talking points from Stitch, the philosopher.
Our life experiences transform us, but it is up to us to enjoy, learn from, and guide our personal growth. Do you ever resist changes in your own life? Why?
I told you it's going to get deep.
If you were a parent, what changes in your child's life do you think you would find the most dreadful, the most joyful?
Wow.
Isn't that pencil awesome?
I like the pencil too. And that is how you play Stuffed Fables. That was
Properly,
story
mostly.
1. Let's not look at story 2.
Don't look at the end, guys.
Don't look at the
That's
end.
spoilers.
So, I'll give you a little spoiler. Story 2 is about getting her big girl panties.
Yay! We're learning to use the potty!
We're hoping not to wet the bed because then we'll all get flooded.
Which would be a bummer.
Right?
Because then we'd have to go in the washing machine or get thrown out. And
Exactly.
either way, that does not seem like a party to me.
Yeah, and Lumpy already took it in the throw-up incident the other day. But more later. Next time on Stuffed Fables.
Indeed.
And when I saw it was supposed to be the 2 was I was going to make you do all the reading for the potty story.
It would be my pleasure.
I was like, oh, this is so appropriate for her birthday. By the way, Chiara lady here, it's her birthday. Say happy birthday. Actually, her birthday is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
But she won't be here, which is why we're doing our stream on Wednesday.
Because
I
still wanted to see you guys.
I might, but don't count on it. But hey, I'll let you know in Discord. That's for sure. Thank you again for following. Should we raid someone?
I don't know. It's up to you, homegirl. You got all the controls.
It's always fun, right? Shall we? Is anybody we know on?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know either. Let's see. Raid channel. Not giving me very, very many choices here. How about Board Game House? Yeah.
Okay.
They're
Bye,
starting
guys.
soon. Mwah, love you. Y'all have a great day. We will see you before Valentine's Day because we're doing a Valentine's Day special on the 13th.
I mean, also, we're streaming on the 11th.
Oh,
So.
you're going to get double whammy next week.
Woo!
Woo! All right, here we go. Starting our raid.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Nobody wants to
3,
go.
2, 1.
You guys aren't ready to raid? No? Dang, nobody wants to raid.
All right, bye, friends.
All right, we'll just raid with 0. I was going to gift subs for your birthday, and I forgot. So if you all of a sudden get a gifted sub, then you know why. Boom. Mwah.